Welcome to Family Gamer TV. I'm with Karthik and Guha Bala, co-studio heads of Vicarious Visions, is that right?
That's right.
And obviously we're at E3 to look at Skylanders Swap Force. And we've got some new figures that you'll be showing at E3. Mm-hmm. Out of these, do you have a favourite one?
You know, I actually like the one in the front there. Her name is Starstrike, mm-hmm. and we have the light core version of Starstrike here. And it looks awesome on the Portal of Power. What's really cool is, for her, she has, of course, her full range of upgrades, but she has a number of sort of learnable skill-based attacks as well. So she bounces out an energy ball that, with her fan, she could deflect, and every time you deflect it, it grows in size. And so something that for the younger players can get right into, but for the more experienced players, really offers lots and lots of skill-based rewards for how you play with her.
So that's a new way of controlling the attack. So it's a timing thing, is it? So if you get the timing right, you do more damage.
It is pretty forgiving. What it is you do it with rhythm. So you bounce it out, and when you see it coming back in, you do a spin, and it bounces back and passes through enemies that way. And so really a nice way to be able to start getting into her different moves, and over time you find new ways that you can defeat enemies and defeat them quicker, and get more experience quicker and other things like that.
So the Starstrike
Mm-hmm.
is one of the new Skylanders
Mm-hmm.
in Swap Force.
That's right.
And this one is in light core form, is that right?
That's right.
So will she also be in a normal form?
And she will also be available in normal form as well. And so we have a number of new light core figures, 8 of them, and they're really cool. And all 8 of them will also be available in core Skylander form as well.
Mm-hmm. And have we announced which the light core Skylanders will be?
I don't believe we announced all of them.
Her, I think.
Just her so far.
Mm-hmm.
We have 7 more to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for the new core Skylanders, there's 16 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you've got Starstrike. Which others will we be seeing in Swap Force?
Yeah, so this is Fryno. So he's a biker rhinoceros, and he's got some pretty awesome moves. You can, as you level him up, he's actually got a flaming motorcycle that he rides, and so he's got some really nice speed associated with him. But he's a new core Skylander that's got a lot of attitude.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Fryno, is that right?
Fryno.
And we've got Starstrike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And was there one more that you'll be showing at E3?
So we have Grim Creeper, and he's sort of a hooded character with a large scythe, really a funny character. He can leave his form in sort of spirit form and run around, and has a really cool power-based attacks on that. He will also be available in light core.
Mm-hmm. And so it sort of seems like we're balancing sort of even between female and male
Mm-hmm.
of the core characters.
Well, I think we're going to have a number of female characters, and it'll be a similar sort of proportion in core Skylanders to prior games. All the female characters are really cool, powerful characters. Actually, some of the favorites in the office, as well as with all the kids that we test.
Mm-hmm. So Karthik, with the Swap Force characters, it seems like they're all male. Is that right?
Well, they're interchangeable parts, so we had to almost take a gender neutral kind of approach to the character designs, so that they seamlessly fit with one another. And actually, this guy, Free Ranger, he was actually one of the first Swap Force characters we designed, and he's still one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. He has he's got the ability to control the weather, and so he's got lightning bolts that shoot out of his eyes, and he can create a tornado for his lower half. And as he's running around, he's got these chicken legs. And just to be clear, he's a storm chicken.
Nice.
Weather controlling storm chicken.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you'll talk about him as a male. Are they gender neutral, the Swap Force characters, or are they more veering towards sort of male?
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit open to interpretation. I see him as a he, and and it's a character that I relate to really well. I enjoy playing and upgrading, both parts, both his traversal and movement as well as his combat moves.
So I mean, do you think maybe with them veering towards male characters, is that a downside if you're a girl and want to play with girl characters?
What we find with girls that are, is actually a very large size gaming audience for Skylanders with girls.
My daughter's a fan.
Exactly, and both our daughters as well.
Yeah.
And what we find is they love the girl characters. They also love all the boy characters as well. and many of the favorites on Swap Force depend on sort of the interesting combinations that we put together. So, so far we haven't found there's any downside in the way that they're cast more as males with the girls that play it. And part of it is because the colors that we choose, the way that they're designed and that kind of thing, very appealing for both boys and girls. And so, like really with the Swap Force characters, it's about the stories that the characters tell in their form and how well they fit into the gameplay as well. So he's a tornado storm chicken, he's a pirate octopus. This fella here, Stink Bomb, is a ninja skunk. And so each one of these
nice. I love the sort of the skunk tail. It's very cool.
Yeah, exactly. And so each one of these Swap Force characters tells a different story. And then when I swap them, it tells a new story. So now you have a tornado pirate.
Called?
Exactly. called Wash Ranger. And here you have Free Buckler, who's a weapon-wielding
half chicken, half octopus.
Lightning chicken octopus.
But isn't this free? I always thought the bottom would be the wash, because the buckler must be the top bit, because he's got his...
Yeah, so I can see what you mean by that, but his name is
I get
Wash
quite
Buckler,
confused
so
about
yeah.
which bit's which.
The way the naming works is that the top half is the first part of the name, and the bottom half is the second part of the name. So this guy becomes Free
Buckler.
Free Buckler. And
You created a monster and trying to track all these names.
Right. I know, Wash Ranger. So that's why you gotta mix and match to find out what their names are. But my daughter just loved Wash Buckler and just loves watching the trailer over and over again and discovering what the names are as well, because as we tested them, the kids love just kind of creating the stories and what these characters are about, and you're discovering so many new characters as part of this set. And with 16 Swap Force characters, you are getting over 250 sort of unique combinations. And each have their own story to tell.
So there's quite a lot. I mean, previously we've seen 8 light cores or 8 new core Skylanders in Giants and 8 Giants. Is there a reason for upping the numbers this time?
So what we really wanted to do is offer choice to players more than anything else. And so by offering a greater toy variety, we were able to allow children to construct their own adventures with the game. So the game itself is a very extensive experience, but it's really a playground for the toys more than anything else. And so by expanding it to 16 Swap Force and 16 core Skylanders, etc., the way we see the children play is they may play a level, it becomes their favorite level, and then they bring a new set of toys in, and then they play it again, and they play it in a different way to engage their enemies, different ways to discover all the new upgrades and customize them. So by giving a greater toy variety, we give them many more choices in terms of how to play. The other piece of the Swap Force characters is every time they add a new Swap Force character, the number of combinations they make go up by the power of 2. So with 2 you can get 4 combinations, with 3 you can get 9, and so forth, up to greater than 250 with the 16 Swap Force characters. And that's all about play variety, but also value. So for everyone that you add, you get an exponential sort of combination effect as well. So this kind of notion that choice is the power that you have, I mean, it's really something that's pervasive for Skylanders, and it fits really nicely with the Swap Force idea.
The other nice little thing is that with the 16 Swap Force characters, we can do 2 of each element. So the 2 characters, Swap Force characters that share the same element, are very distinct from one another in the way they play. And when you have those combinations, you're in the middle of combat, and that particular encounter, and you can really think about, how you want to play, tactically, and you can swap them up and be able to come up with that exact combination that suits your playing style.
Yeah, so I hadn't made the connection before, but I guess that's why you have the dual element zones. So you need to have a Skylander.
Yeah.
Would it work if you had a Swap Force character that was the combination?
That's right. So the dual element zones are actually really neat because you can play it one of 2 ways, or you can enter it one of 2 ways. You can create a Swap Force combination that has the 2 elements, and that'll unlock the gate and you can go in. Or if you're playing in co-op, you can have 2 regular Skylanders of those 2 elements, and it'll let you in that way. And you'll see in the E3 levels, these new dual element zones are really neat because visually and gameplay wise, they combine those 2 elements. So there's a zone that's magic and fire, and it just gives such a unique look, to the game.
Great. Well, let's have a play a bit. One question before we do: are you ever going to bring back any of the giants? Could it be possible to have a Series 3 giant character? Was that being ruled out?
And so right now we're not talking about Reposed or Series 3 giants. All the giants will work, and actually we'll show you Crusher in the footage that.
And he'll be able to jump.
All of your entire collection will be able to jump, and actually that's a big deal. So first for the giants, they'll come forward with everything that you put into them, all their hats, all of their upgrades, all of their coins. They've been the entire collection has been remastered in this new sort of high definition format, and they can all jump, so they can all participate in the new play mechanics that we offer in Swap Force. And the giants just look awesome in this. So for the folks that have invested in giants, for the folks that have invested in their collections, this is just a great way to expand sort of the play pattern that they've already really come to love.
Hey, we've also increased the level cap.
Oh,
that's the other thing.
Yeah.
So the level cap is now 20. So increases what you can do in terms of the upgrade path. And so you can really bring your entire collection forward. So there's more than 100 toys leading into Skylanders Swap Force, and they're all supported, with the level cap increase.
And the adventure packs from Spyros and Giants would be supported as well.
So the adventure packs will support will support all the toys that have been released so far. The adventure packs specifically from the prior games will have sort of a power-up effect, but there'll be new adventure packs and adventure levels that you'd be able to play in Swap Force. The actual levels with those adventure packs, those will not, because they were created for a prior technology and a prior format.
And with that, the new technology, this time you need a new portal, but that will come packed in with the starter packs that you've announced now.
That's right, yeah. To support the Swap Force innovation, the dynamic swappability, we had to invent a new version of the portal, which every player will get.
So finally, PS4 and Xbox One versions have been announced now. What did that technology allow you to do that maybe you can't do on a PS3 or 360?
So I would say, right now we're not showing the PS4 and Xbox Ones fully, and look forward to the opportunity to do that in the near future. I will just say that they really look amazing. The technology really allows us to bring the feel of an animated feature, but in our Skylanders way, in our interactive way, and so really starting to see sort of the first generation of family entertainment that before we were only really able to appreciate that on the big screen, and now we can do it in our medium, and it looks very crisp. It looks very beautiful.
And when kids see it, when parents see it, it's a lot closer connection they have with the characters, and being in the Skylands is just a new level of immersion that's there, with the HD visuals. And on PS4 and Xbox One, it's at 1080p, so it just looks absolutely amazing.
And the Wii version that's been done by Beanox, are there any compromises? Obviously, the graphics won't be the same, but in terms of playability and functionality,
Beanox is a fantastic developer, I would have to say first. And what they've been able to do, we use the Alchemy engine to be able to power all of the versions of Swap Force. And so what Beanox have been able to do is take over all the gameplay, all of the toy compatibility, all the levels and systems, and that's all available on the Wii. Of course, the Wii is a 480p system, so it's not a high-definition system, so to speak. And so, graphics-wise, it'll have that type of outlook. Gameplay-wise, it'll be very, very close to everything else.
Cool. Well, we'll get some of these on the portal and see some of the gameplay. I can't wait.
I'm excited to show you.
Sounds great.